So let's jump into the software really quick here. It's powered by KitKat 4.4.2. I don't have magazine turned on, but you can turn it on. I find it annoying. I don't use it often because it's not very customizable. So this is what my home screen looks like. All the apps I use the most. Scroll through, calendar. I mean, your basic, Android UI. Nothing special here. If you go into a browser or whatnot, the menu button is still there. I mean, it's now replaced by your app open icon, but if you press and hold, let's say you're in one of the app, press and hold, you still get a menu, if you will. So it's still there, you just have to press and hold. And if you press and hold the home button, Google Now pops up, and you can say, "Okay, Google, search for /gear Galaxy S4 review." Didn't get that right there. But you get the gist. Alright. Pull down, you've got all your notifications. You should be used to seeing this by now. You've got shortcuts, settings. Samsung changed this up a bit. I'm not particularly thrilled with it. The icons are too big and too spaced out for my taste, but you may like it. You can now search for whatever you want. Not sure why it's restoring data, but let's go ahead and skip out of that for now. Get out of there. Alright, I'm done with that. And then, of course, there are shortcuts that you can set up, such as Ultimate Power Saving, which is a nice mode to have because if you're down to, say, 10%, turn that on. Oops, not that window. I don't want to do that. Let's go back to here. And of course, at 70%, it's estimated to last 9.2 days. Now, if you start firing this bad boy up and start using it, that number starts to decrease, obviously. And you're limited to what you can do, by the way. Let's wait for it to get enabled. Now, it's going to power down all the radio waves, shut down a bunch of apps so that it can get you the maximum amount of time available for the device. So as you can see, you can add just a handful of apps to the startup there. So let's go ahead and get out of there. Disable. Now there's one mode that I really like, and I've seen this on other devices as well, but what Samsung did with the kids mode is they took it a step further by adding some apps for kids to play with. So let's wait for this to get disabled, and I'll show you what I mean here. Okay, so if your kids are anything like mine, they're going to want to play with your phone. And so there's the kids mode. You can set up a password, a passcode, a number of different apps here that they can muck around with. They can even fire up the camera app to take pictures, for example. And it does save it, just like it would with a real camera or camera app. And they can play around with that. And then also, there's music. In this mode, you can actually record a song or whatever. In this case, I did this for my daughter earlier. I sang to her and then we recorded it. And then, of course, they can do drawings. And it's all safe because they're not able to get to your data, and then you can lock it to get out or unlock it. To exit, they have to know what the code is. And it lets you get back in here. Okay? You can view in two different ways. You customize the order, or you can just do alphabet.